everyone. I'm Rebecca Lombardo, host of VendorVibes and Fractional CMO. And today I'm here with Eric from B&B Finder. Hello, Eric. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
So what is B&B Finder?
The 30,000 foot view, easiest way for me to explain it is an Airbnb without service fees. So basically we've created an OTA, if you will, like Airbnb or Vrbo, but anybody that has used Airbnb or Vrbo knows that when they go to make a reservation and they think they're going to pay X amount, it ends up being X times some multiplier because of the service fees that are involved. Obviously, you're going to have hotel occupancy taxes and cleaning fees, so long as the property manager or homeowner doesn't embed those in their nightly rates. But the service fees typically add up to 15 or 20% of the stay. And so we wanted to bring back the old efficient model, if you will, of the original vacation rentals by owner, HomeAway, bedandbreakfast.com, where travelers didn't have to pay those service fees and they could use that extra money to maybe pay for their travel to get to where they were going, or they could stay in a nicer place or stay longer, or travel more, or bring in a chef or take the gang out to the spa for the day, et cetera, et cetera. So trying to put more money back in the traveler's pocket to use to create more memories. And on the supply side, trying to provide property managers with a book direct reservation so it costs them less, but also that direct relationship between them and the traveler, so they actually can provide that level of hospitality that we don't think a website can provide, regardless of how well your website is done. And hats off to Airbnb, they do an amazing one. But a website's not going to be able to provide the level of hospitality as a professional is in a market. So we allow the traveler and the property manager to communicate directly via email or text or however they phone call. We don't force them to go through our messaging platform and strip out their email and strip out their phone numbers, et cetera.
So even though the name is B&B Finder, you guys are working with vacation rental managers and their properties, short-term rental managers and their properties, and all of that.
Absolutely. We thought about, do we keep the name B&B Finder, because the site was actually launched in 1998 and it's been a true bed and breakfast website since then. Because of Airbnb, I think, most people in their 20s, 30s, even 40s sort of think of B&B as a vacation rental. And so we just kept the name, kept the site, and decided, okay, let's go start working with vacation rentals, because they're unique lodging types that people that stay in a true bed and breakfast are interested in. And a year ago, we said, okay, let's move into vacation rentals, and we've added. We're right at 100,000 vacation rentals on the site from over 1,300 property management companies. And we'll continue, obviously.
That makes sense. Yeah, totally. So what would you say makes you guys, kind of unique or special? Would you say it's the service fee aspect? Like, what would you say it is?
A great question. It's for a travel, two sides to a marketplace, right? And that's what we are. We're a marketplace. For a traveler, first and foremost is they're going to save a chunk of money, right? And whether you're, a college kid or just out of college and you're booking a $100 ADR night stay and you're going to save $20 or so a night, or you're someone in their 50s or 60s that's taken their extended family on a ski trip and you're spending $5,000 a night, that money adds up and it's meaningful. So the no service fees, I think, is a big piece. And secondly, we only have professionally hosted properties on our site. So whether it's a bed and breakfast and you've got an innkeeper, it's a boutique hotel, you've got a hotelier, or it's a vacation rental and you have a property manager, we don't allow for rent by owners or FRBOs on our site. We want to know that the property actually exists. When the traveler travels across the country and shows up at 11 o'clock at night, it wasn't a ghost listing. That's, it's not here. We want our travelers to know that the listings are going to be representative of the actual property. We want them to know that if there's a problem with the AC or the toilet or whatever, there's a professional that's there that's going to make sure that everything's handled, really giving the traveler a peace of mind. So for the traveler, we think it's the cost savings and it's the peace of mind knowing that they're booking with the professional. On the supply side, to a property management company, it's a few things. One, I think we're decreasing their distribution costs. If you look at hotel costs in the last 25 years since the internet came out, really 30 years, hotel distribution costs have come down. They went from the hotel reservation network, which became hotels.com, owned by Expedia, of a 30% net rate program down into the 10 to 13% range, while bed and breakfasts and vacation rentals went from, I founded bedandbreakfast.com. You could list on bedandbreakfast.com from $25 to $300 a month. And we took no commission, no fees. And it was a really good return on investment. Well, what's happened to vacation rentals and bed and breakfast is they've seen that distribution cost increase. So for the supply, we think we decrease their distribution costs. We drive direct reservations. We put them in direct communication with the potential guest, right? As a property manager, I'm in a better position I'm going to increase my conversion if I can communicate with that potential guest directly before the stay, not through an app, through one of the big OTAs where I don't know who they are and I don't get their contact information until after the reservation has been confirmed, because that's how they get paid. I want to communicate with a potential guest when they're in discovery and they're making their decisions. So I can say, oh, Rebecca, you're coming to Austin for XYZ. I've got the perfect property for you. It's actually not on our website yet because we're onboarding it. You're not coming for 4 weeks. It goes live next week. Let me send you the link and let me book you there. So for a property manager, their conversions, and anecdotally, we've heard this from speaking with property managers, their conversions go up materially when they get to speak to the potential guest or communicate. They're not competing with all the other listings on that travel site. They're providing a higher level of hospitality, and that also benefits the traveler. The last thing is I think we help them promote their brand. And when we push, in each of our listings, that we've got information about the property management company itself, and let them shine and do what they do. So we think it's a win. On the cost side, a property manager lists all their properties on our site absolutely free. So it's not like a free 30-day trial. It's not a free 1-year trial. It's not free, but pay us this much per reservation. It's free. List your properties. Now, if you want more exposure, that's where we can make our money. If you're in Austin, we've got 400 listings in Austin, and you want to be towards the top of the search results, while we're going to provide the traveler with what we think are the best search results for them with an algorithm, if you are a premium listing with us, you're going to get higher up in the search results. So our bronze listings, for example, get 44 times more exposure on average than our free standard listings. So you can be free. We're totally cool with it. But if you want more exposure, we're happy to sell you a low cost monthly opportunity. And you get to control that as the property manager. You may want to boost up your listings for 3 months. And then, the next 3 months is slow season. No one's booking. Take them down. Why would we have you do it on an annual basis? Pay us when you want more exposure, a low monthly fee. And that's our model.
Okay. So is there a prerequisite to working with you?
There is. You have to be a professionally hosted property. So if you're a for rent by owner, we're not going to let you on the site. You have to have a tax ID. You have to, have a website. You have to be using a property management software system. So yeah, we work with professionals and not with, my son. My son rents out his place. Doesn't rent it on our site.
And if you can think about your happiest clients right now, can you share why they are so happy with you?
We got a lot of them. I mean, I would say really all property managers that we're working with are super excited. I mean, we're just getting going on the vacation rental side. So we're not driving tons of traffic yet. We're just moving on to, okay, we've got enough supply that we can start letting travelers know we exist. And I think once we start really driving the traffic, they're all going to absolutely love us. Right now, they all love us because one, we're no risk. Two, we're an OTA built for property managers, right? We're not trying to control the guest relationship. It's not our guest. When a traveler makes a reservation with us, they're booking directly with the property management company. It's the property manager's guest. It's their, uh, you know, T's and C's. It's their customer to put in their, let's say they don't book. Well, add them to your customer relationship management, your CRM, and start sending them your monthly or your quarterly emails. So I think virtually all property managers that we're working with are super excited that we're coming to the market, that we've got a team of industry veterans that have done this before and that we know how to do it. And I think they'll just get more and more excited as we start to build out the demand side of the marketplace. And they really start seeing results, not a reservation here or there, but material reservations.
And are you working with folks who are just in the US or everywhere?
Great question. Right now, it's North America. I would think we've been contacted by several large property management companies in Europe that want to get on the site. We're just not ready for them. But I would guess that we will stay focused on North America for the rest of 2024 and probably be ready to start accepting international listings around the first of the year.
Okay. And if somebody wants to reach out to you and get in touch with you, what's the best way?
Yeah, so the website VendorVibes right there.com, and all the links are right there. Personally, my email is Eric, ERIC, at VendorVibes.com. Happy to reply personally to anybody that has any questions.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
Cheers, everyone.